Super happy to have Louis on. He is a student inside of Closer Launchpad. He was happy to do this interview, and he's been in for around 3 or 4 months, right? Inside Closer
Yeah,
Launchpad.
since June kind of time. So yeah, around that.
Awesome, awesome. He's been getting one-on-one help with me inside Closer Launchpad, and right now he's actually living in Vietnam. How long have you been living there, and how do you like it so far, man?
So I've been here for since getting my role. I've been here for 2 months now. I'm loving it. I mean, get the freedom that I wanted. So
100%, 100%. And you're up in the north, kind of like in the mountains, right?
correct. Yeah, yeah, that kind of place. Yeah.
Mhm. Awesome, awesome. Well, before kind of like you got to Vietnam, obviously you've been there for a couple months since you got into remote sales and started making money online. Tell us kind of what you were doing like before remote sales, and I guess just kind of why you gravitated towards kind of trying to like transition into this.
So before I was in remote sales, before I was in Vietnam, I was just working in a warehouse, just grinding, trying to figure out kind of how I can find the freedom of breaking out in the 9 to 5 classic. And
Yeah.
then I just came across Tanner, and I mean, look where we are now. So
Yeah, we
yeah,
came a long way. And you
yeah,
just came
man.
across me on like Instagram. I think I was pretty small when you came across me, right?
Yeah, you had about 1.7K followers. Like I know it was under 2K, but it was close to 2K. So it was around that. I think it was around that.
Yeah, I think it was like right a couple months after I started actually helping people like
Yeah,
get it. So I was still pretty small, pretty new to like social media.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
and so you were obviously working in the warehouse. You wanted to get some more freedom, obviously, just like everybody else. Had you like tried anything online before in terms of like making money online, or was this kind of like the first thing you really dove into?
So yeah, I've always been doing that kind of thing since I was like 13. I used to like do social media, like gaming and stuff, and then I was in school, so I kind of dropped off that for a bit. Had the whole party kind of thing where everyone goes partying, and then I kind of dove back into grinding again. Tried some drop shipping, dove into a bit of trading, but it was never really for me. I never kickstarted it properly. I didn't really commit to it. I didn't have that commitment. But as
Yeah.
soon as I came across sales, it just seemed so flexible, so quick, not quick, but like you do put a lot of work in. But it was just for me, and I knew I wanted it. So
Makes sense, man. Yeah, I tell people a lot. It's definitely not easy, but it is like more simple than trying to build
yeah,
like
yeah, that's what I'm
entire
trying to
business like drop shipping or
exactly.
along those lines. But obviously, you had heard about it maybe before you saw me, or maybe when you saw me. But before you came into getting help with me one on one, what were you kind of like struggling with just getting into remote sales when you were on your own?
Genuinely, before I spoke to you, I had no idea. Like, I knew what sales was, like the basics, but I literally knew nothing about it. Like, I didn't even know I wanted to do sales. I just came across you, and then you introduced me to sales, and that kind of interested me. So I needed help from, just complete the start. Like, I'd had no experience at all. So
Makes sense. Zero sales experience, right?
zero sales experience, correct? Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. And what was kind of like the most valuable thing just working one on one with me or just inside the Closer Launchpad program overall that you felt like truly helped you the most kind of get to where you were with pretty much from scratch to like where you are now, making money online, living in Vietnam?
What helped me the most about the group, you mean, and like coaching?
Yep.
Uh, I'd say I mean, the one-on-one calls are always good. We always progress so much on those.
Yeah.
And the group calls were actually really good. Like you think when it's a group call, it's not going to be mainly focused on you, but you make sure to like speak to everyone, get everyone's points in, everyone shares and gives each other feedback. And it's really good. It's really good to connect with others as well. So
100%. So kind of like the networking aspect, but still like the personalized feel with me, kind of still getting like up close support from me.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, awesome. And let's talk about your success because you've definitely, got consistent income now. You're living in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, like how much have you made just like in total in commissions since you joined?
Oh, let's call it in dollars. I'd say it's around. Let me figure this out real quick.
Yeah,
It's close to 10K.
$10,000.
Let's say it's close. It's not quite there yet, but we're close.
That's sick, man.
In the
That's
seven range, like around 7, 8.
almost to your first $10,000 online, bro. That's what everyone's shooting for.
I know,
That's
man. It's crazy.
You're only a few months in. You're living life on your terms. Um, but with that being said, what sort of like offer are you on? Like what company are you selling for? Because I know a lot of people that come to me, they're always like, what sort of companies am I going to be selling for? Like, what am I going to be selling? So can you tell everybody a bit more about like just what you're selling as an appointment setter?
Yeah, so I'm really just first point of contact for roofing, a marketing agency which gets roofers in more appointments. I mean, it's really kind of simple as that. So I'm just kind of speaking to them and trying to help basically get them onboarded into the company. That's really it, to
That's
get them some more
fantastic.
appointments.
Awesome. So you basically, your company that you're setting for helps roofers kind of market and advertise their company. So you're kind of just working
Exactly.
for.
Exactly. Yeah. Practically. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. And I know there's probably a lot of people watching this right now that are probably similar to you, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, before you joined, doing some type of physical labor, young like us, and just wanting something different, but not quite knowing exactly where to go from here. So, what would you say to somebody that's watching this right now and they're, maybe interested in getting help from me or just getting into remote sales overall, but maybe they're just kind of like nervous or uncertain about just making that jump?
I could say a lot of things, but the main thing I would say is like I've always held back on just taking a risk and just going for it. I know everyone says that online, but it really is the truth. Like if you don't take the risk, if you don't commit to something as well, commitment is the main thing. Commitment and risk are the main two things that got me to where I am. So just commit and move out of your hometown, do that kind of thing. That always takes you out of your comfort zone, makes you work hard, you know. So I'd say that those are the main things.
That's fantastic, man. Very good advice. You're not going to get anywhere without getting uncertain, taking the risk and getting uncomfortable. And then even for you, you kind of did like what I did when I first started making money. I just booked a one-way flight
Yeah.
to Southeast Asia just to like kind of solidify things and force myself to make money online. Obviously, you did the same thing. You're coming out here to Thailand here soon. So that's going to be
Yeah,
pretty well. And you're just 21, right?
I'm 20. I just turned 20.
That's sick. So you were 19 when you joined.
Yeah, I was 19. Yeah, when I joined.
I thought you were 21 for some reason. That's sick though.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I turned 20 a couple of weeks ago. Well, about a month ago now, actually.
Nice. Happy birthday, man. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Louis, he's been in the program 3, 4 months. He's very successful now. And where can people like find you, man? Like on Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, you can. I've got two Instagram accounts, but you can find me on Instagram. It's Louis Wilshire. I'm sure Tanner will plug me.
His Instagram below, so you guys can go give him a follow. Keep up with the life he's living in Vietnam and Thailand. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Louis, thanks for jumping on, and
Yeah, man.
we'll talk soon.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, everybody.